Previously on Hunting with Dribbler.
Sweet vintage North Face jacket.
What is happening, folks? GameCube games in the wild and a whole bunch of vintage on a Friday garage sale venture. You don't want to miss today's episode.
I collect so many things. Would you like to share this journey with me? I will show you the prizes I got today. So come along with me, come on and join in the chase. Yeah!
Alright folks, in today's episode, well, we came across a stack of GameCube games and it's kind of the same experience every single time. My heart starts to race. I wish and I get excited about the possibility of a $100 game, and though there was a really nice stack of games, I'm not going to reveal exactly what I found yet, but it's at the beginning of the episode. So if you want to skip right to that, go ahead. I don't do Friday garage sales, and I can't explain why, but I always kind of thought that Friday garage sales were generally a bust, or there just weren't that many. And we're also going to be unveiling the first in a series of Let's Open It Up, the series where we open something mysterious, something we know nothing about, or if we know something about it, we don't know exactly what we're going to find inside. So today we're going to be searching for, I'll give you the hint, something regarding Michael Jordan. So stick around for the first installment of Let's Open It Up, and let's get right into today's episode.
All right, folks. Today I'm going to a Friday garage sale, which is incredibly unusual for me. I don't typically go to Friday garage sales, mostly because there just aren't a lot in Southern California. But today in particular, this sale had listed GameCube games, and it didn't have any pictures, it just said GameCube games. And of course, when you're that specific, I am gonna try to jump on that. I did send a message to the seller, and I said, hey, what are the chances you'd be willing to sell them before the sale? And they did respond saying, we're not sure if we can even find them in the various boxes we have, so please just come on Friday. I did then follow up to say, no problem. Would you be willing to hold them for me? And then I didn't get a response. So I'm trying to get here about an hour early, and that's probably a little too early, but you just never know, and especially with some of those titles and the listing price for those titles right now, I just gotta get there. So my hope is I'm gonna get there first, and then I can catch him setting up where I can make the deal well before anyone else is even around. Anyway, this is gonna be an interesting day. Of all those sales that I'm gonna get to, the only one that's confirmed, of course, is that I'm going to this garage sale with strong hopes. And if we see even one person, one other reseller that's already there, it's not happening. So anyway, let's see what happens. Good morning. How are you?
Oh man, I'm tired.
All right. I heard you guys had some GameCube games.
I do.
Oh.
That black box, there's 11 of them.
Okay. Right in here? I'm close.
Up top.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I had 4, but I ended up I had 11.
At 11. All right.
Thank you, sir. Young man, is with you.
Oh, no.
I'd be interested in everything here. What do you think?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to get a piece of bacon. Okay, what do we got? I was getting 3 for these.
Okay.
I want about $5 for those.
Yeah, they look pretty good. That's fine. So,
$1 for that.
all right.
That's $1. 1, 2, 3. $2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was gonna ask $3 a piece. I'll give them to you for 30.
Okay. No.
No. I'll do 20. I think that's a bargain.
All right, let's do it.
I got him. He was so set up. I probably could have come an hour earlier and been able to get anything I wanted, but there was one older woman who was looking at clothes and I was the other guy. So got what I needed, and we are going to check out. Actually, there's 2 other sales within a block here. So we're going to check those out. So far, so good. I paid $79, but I got a whole bunch of stuff. There's literally 2 GameCube games that will pay for everything, but I've been having some success on toy lots recently. So I figured I took a chance on a couple of toy lots in there. We'll see how we do.
All through the house.
All right. Blacklight posters, are they gone?
No, there should be in there. There maybe somebody took a bunch down, so they might be musty.
Hey!
No for you.
Fair enough, fair enough. How you doing? I'm well, thank you. There we go. So what I'm looking for right here. So I'm gonna grab all of these. So I came here for these and they're in rough shape, but I don't care. They're so cool.
Get organized, don't lose your money.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome. Disregarding the pricing, just make an offer. Okay, so we gotta figure out when the truck is all gone all day tomorrow. On Fridays.
Is Jose gonna come back to help me with
Yeah, he's
this?
coming back. He's just dumping the truck right now, because I don't know how Craig didn't tell me they needed the truck today. Okay, we'll go get the truck then, and he'll be here.
Sweet. Okay, we are in the warehouse. I was able to come back just to make a drop off, and I'm actually going to one more sale. And this is still Friday, so what's really unusual is I don't do any of these kinds of sales on Friday, and I need to really strongly reconsider that strategy. I think I spent a total of $140 on everything you're gonna see here. And there's a lot of bulk items, but some really great opportunities for making some good sales. I was able to get those posters. They are in rough shape. I'm gonna lot them together in hopes to just double my money, but I probably should have been a little bit more conservative on that one just because the shape is so bad. So we'll start with that one. Here it is. The Blacklight vintage posters. These are, many of them here are from the 70s. and they're just torn, they're ripped. I was really excited, and I probably was even until checkout, but after really taking a look deeper, they're in really tough shape. Now, maybe one or two of these might be worth a bit more, but just seeing that there's chunks of it missing, I don't know how many collectors would be out there interested in the current condition. So this might have been a bad buy. I'm not gonna say yet whether it was. I'll have to test the market and see how people feel about really poor condition blacklight posters. I mean, these are really cool, and this one in particular, I saw some comps going for over $100, but again, this is, you know, this one might even be the best conditioned one, but we'll see. We'll really see. Picked up this cassette deck, Ultrix RDC21. I haven't tested it yet, but some comps were 50, some were over 100. Picked this up for basically $5. The Magellan Roadmate. I've just sold them before, so again, I basically paid nothing for it. And this particular Walkman, if you look up that model, WM-FX405, this is going for well over $30. So if I can make $100, $150 on the sale, then it will have been worth it. But those blacklight posters might have been just a bad buy. Next estate sale I went to, I walked around, there were some really great items, and they had just priced everything at retail. So I mean, anyone who's going back tomorrow, I think it's 25% off tomorrow, will have probably a pretty good go at it. But I would say if the real value is gonna be on Sunday, 50% off. This is the one that's more desirable just because it has the cover that's now forbidden. And then I just grabbed this one because it looked interesting. I think I paid a total of $5 for both of those, and I think the value there is maybe 20 if I'm lucky. And then this was the first sale of the day. This was the garage sale. Everything I paid here was a total, I think, of $75. So the Lego set here, this is a I believe this is actually Viacom 2013, so it was more than likely a reissue because the Raphael looks like he's the vintage 80s character, but he's not. He's 2013. I've never seen this actual vehicle before. Looks super cool. Those Big Fun Jordans, those are actually relatively desirable. For the size though, might be a hard sell. I think they're a 5Y, but you know, those were approximately $4 or $5. These three characters as well, I think that those will sell a little bit better just in terms of size. There weren't any weapons associated with them, so unfortunately I've got to sell them without weapons, which is a bummer. And this is a huge box of just so this is where I've been enjoying buying some toys and lotting them together. I've had pretty decent success on eBay doing that, so I'm going to continue that. I probably spent maybe $15 on this entire box. There's Disney, there's random kid toys, there's, I don't even know. It's just so random. P90X, that's a no-brainer. That sells really well right now. These were just sitting around. The Game Shark, I think, is the most valuable there, maybe worth 20. Jumper Pack's probably worth 10. I'll probably keep that though. I need those typically. The Sidewinder is, I think, over 25. This was basically $1. He was like, well, I don't even know what that is. Here, it's $1. So it's basically a network adapter, but I don't think it's worth anything. Mario Kart Wii U, House of the Dead 1, 2, and 3. Mario Kart for the Wii, that's a DVD brawly. Mario Party 7, none of the GameCube games have any manuals. Super bummed out. But there's definitely value as you scan across them. That Turok Evolution's maybe a $10 game. The Incredibles, Shrek 2, those aren't big money. Rogue Leader, not big money. X-Men, the official game. That's a good one. That's an okay one. And that's a good one. So the Mario Party 7 is probably the most valuable out of the entire group. All the games looked to be in pretty decent shape, but no manuals is a bummer. You know, when you go out, I expect to probably get more than twice my money. I don't know if that'll happen here. I hope that I'm at least between 400 to 500 after I do all the math. We'll see how that goes, but got one more stop today. Maybe that'll help, and I'll keep you guys posted on my progress.
And then some, so I was surprised.
People are out, you know, they're out buying, and people just want to.
Guys, I just got a great deal. I may have paid a little bit more than I wanted to, but I paid 40 bucks for 4 TurboGrafx games. This is the worst of all 4. This is taking it to the hoop. Looks pretty awesome. Love that. Love seeing that. Looks amazing. Keith Courage. What is it? In Alpha Zones. Bloody Wolf. That is a nice game. I know that. Legendary Axe 2. Take a look, but everything is there, so it's complete. Everything's complete. It's even got its little plastic sleeve, which is fantastic. I'm gonna command a premium for these, but I can't believe they were still there at the sale. Friday garage sales. What a surprise.
Folks, it is that time again where we're gonna open it up. Something mysterious, something intriguing. You and I together, we're gonna open it up.
All right, friends, today we are going to be unboxing a set of 1991 Upper Deck baseball. This is I believe this is the low series. Picked this up on eBay. 2 of them together were $100, and it was kind of just an impulsive buy. Thought maybe, again, as far as treasure hunting goes, and since my channel is called Hunting with Tripler, I think it's worth trying to see if we can pull a Chipper Jones rookie or a Michael Jordan baseball card. So I'll get into this. I have never done these camera angles before, so bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna try to move this to a place where you can see me open each pack, but let's open 2 of these cases and see how it goes. All right, first box. Clearly these are sealed. They have the Upper Deck cellophane wrap on them, so you know they are authentic, and it also came from a very reputable eBay seller as well, so I was appreciative that I could tell that I was buying it from somebody who was legit. Let's make this look presentable, shall we? Let's flip it up like that. All right, so these packs still have kind of that aluminum aluminum foil type of feel to it, and I think that kind of makes this a little bit more of a desirable pack back in the day. Of course, the super desirable ones were the 1989 Upper Deck with the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, which was the #1 card in the set. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of just nothing in here. I don't know a whole lot about some of these cards, and I might stop the video a couple of times if I have something I've got to check out, but for the most part, this is how the format's going to go. I'm just going to kind of rip through these packs. Bo Jackson. Always love a Bo Jackson, even if that card isn't worth anything. And there it is, the first Michael Jordan. Now the centering top to bottom looks a little funny. Let's check the back. Since it was one of the top cards, it does have those lines up and down it. So unfortunately, this probably wouldn't be anything better than a 5, which is too bad. But at least we pulled one, so that's cool. Got our first hit, and really what we need is for that Jordan, Chipper Jones, and Luis Gonzalez to land in the middle of the box. If it doesn't land in the middle of the box, then I think chances are it's going to be in pretty rough shape. So. And we're already seeing that line, which is just such a bummer. Chipper Jones, there he is. Got the Chipper Jones. Looks actually pretty good. It's the second card, so I do see a line right down the side there, which is, again, really a big bummer. This corner is dinged a little bit. So, certainly no 10s here, but a nice card nonetheless. So we got the Chipper Jones, still looking for the Luis Gonzalez. That would be nice, but again, will not be expecting it. All right, and we did get another Chipper Jones. Same thing with this card, unfortunately. Ah, boy, such a bummer. Yeah, I mean, it's a great card. It's a great card, but not what you want in terms of condition. Just a bummer, really. No new Luis Gonzalez either, which again, I couldn't tell you whether or not it was in this series, but last pack. Mark Grace. And no additional Jordan card. Okay, that's it. We did get a number of good cards, I think. We got 3 Chipper Jones, 2 Chipper Jones, 3. I don't remember. Take a look at everything we got here. We got a Mark Grace, a Bo Jackson, a Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey. So here are these special cards. I don't know if there's great value here. That's number 15. This is number 11. Frank Thomas is in pretty good condition. That landed somewhere where you'd want it to land. 16, number 10, just a general Nolan Ryan card. Again, don't know if that's worth much. Another number 13, a Rhino. This is number 10 again. Here's our Chipper Jones. This is the better of the 2. And unfortunately, again, you can see that line down the middle, which just stinks. And now that I'm looking, this top corner doesn't look that desirable either. And this would be the better of the 2 that I got. So that's a bummer. That's unfortunate. This one is the 17 of 18 Nolan Ryan. This is 12, an Andre Dawson, a Greg Maddux, a Mark McGwire, and then here is the other Chipper Jones. This is, I guess this would be the better of the two, but unfortunately that line really just is a bummer. Anyway, another Chipper Jones there. Here is number 16 of 18. Looks like those Canseco, Griffey, number 12, Andre, Mark McGwire, Rhino, and then here's number 13, Nolan Ryan. Here's the Michael Jordan again. That line is such a bummer. And now that I'm looking at it, this side here got pretty dinged up. Now that you know, when you start to inspect the card in greater detail, you start to see all the little flaws. And you know, it is what it is. Can't expect a whole lot from a 30-year-old box of cards. Andre Dawson, I don't know why I kept the Randy Johnson. Didn't come anywhere close to completing this Nolan Ryan set, but there's certainly quite a few of them. And that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed. We pulled a lot of good cards and had some fun doing it. Thanks a lot.
All right, folks, and that was today's episode. The number of garage sales is still a fraction of what it was, but I'm still seeing and finding quality items. I've got a couple of really great episodes coming up, and something that you guys will see at the end of the month, tracking the sale, which is another segment that I've added to the channel. You haven't seen anything about it, but what I'll tell you is that I started with $1 and to see how much money I can make in 30 days. Any reseller can start with effectively nothing, and if you want to start your own little empire, you only need to do it with $1. And I'm going to show you how much money I made in 1 month to motivate you to see what you can do with $1 in the reselling business. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Take care, guys. Next time on Hunting with Tripler.
I don't anymore, so
I'm about 1 or 2 stops short of getting out of this community sale.